Hey ForexMilitia, this is Parsival, and we have this week's calendar coming up. Actually, next week's. I'm doing this on Saturday. Sunday the 9th through Friday the 14th, and we have a pretty, eh, a medium-sized week. I put usually I just put the red ones on, but I added the orange ones because they can also move the market pretty decently. All right, so we've got Powell on Tuesday. I'm sorry, Powell on Tuesday, CPI on Wednesday, core CPI, US, PPI, A30 US, and Friday we've got the ECB, the Euro. So mostly next week what we will have is um, news coming out from the U.S. So that's mostly U.S. So watch for the dollar pairs. Let's just take a look ahead, see what happens the uh, in the future week, and look at all this news. This is a lot of news. Uh, it's just a few reds, but plenty of oranges. Okay. All right. Let's go to the charts. Okay. On the dollar, uh, we basically looks like we got to a top area up here, and it looks like it might actually retrace back down into this 93, actually back down into the 50% area, back down into this block area over here, down to the 50%, and that would be very interesting. Now, what also could happen is it could rally up into here, the 97, well, actually, this 98.71 up into the 125. So, as far as what's happening, like Powell will testify next week, and we'll get a lot of dollar information next week. So, that will most likely determine which direction that this will actually go. Um, the dollar right now looks like it's in some consolidation. Okay, for the S&P 500, it's still long. It's it's had a rough week. This last week, um, in truth, the Nasdaq is what was the is what had the hard week. The S&P 500 was, as you can see, staying pretty long. So there's really nothing there. So stay long at S&P 500. Gold is in this right here, in this wedge. It is just trading back and forth. All right. So on the lower time frames, you would basically uh, get a better signal of what you should actually do. But right now, on this higher time frame, you can see it's trading, it's ranging. Um, it created what I call a base, and off of this base, it can go either direction. It can go up into 1925 or down to 1750. So, or I'm sorry, 8 from here, 850 or down to 1750. So it can go either direction, but it's going to most likely stay within this wedge here. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is um, uh, taking a dip. It's basically falling. It actually fell down to an area of uh, an extreme point on the Fibonacci. Okay, so it's at 44.52. All right, let's see. That went down to 45.11. So that's basically what I would predict is I believe it's going to continue to fall, probably down to about 37 or so, and then it's going to, as you can see, there was divergence on this, the QQE. I usually take that and replace that with something else, but okay. So that's Bitcoin. I believe it's going to fall down to about 37, and then start to rally. Oil is creating a base, but I believe the target is going to be 100 eventually. Right now it is in this wedge here, so I believe it's going to trade across in this wedge for right now. We have to see what Russia and the Arabs actually do, the sheiks actually do. So we'll see what they do. On the loonie, the loonie is also in a wedge and creating a base. And right now it has come off of the high of the wedge, back down about 50%. From what I believe it might actually do is it might actually come all the way back down to about 124 or 124.50, 124.25, down at the bottom of this wedge, and then bounce off. For the euro, the euro is going to, I believe it's going to bounce off of this here, the 114. It's going to probably go a little bit higher to about 125, 114.25 or so, and then basically bounce off of this trend line here, and then continue to go down to about 112 or 110. All right. For the pound, I believe the pound is going to continue to rally at least up into this 50% point, which is at 157. I'm sorry, 137. It could go to 138, which is a 61.8 retracement. And as you can see, there's a lot of consolidation and congestion right there. So it'll be somewhere in this zone up here. Okay. And that's going to basically do it. I'm just doing a few. And so let's move over to the Trademiner trades of the week for Forex and stocks. Okay, here we are with the Trademiner Forex trade of the week, and it is bearish Euro Swissy from January the 12th to January the 26th, and it actually has a low probability to basically complete and a win percentage of 80%. So this one is a little questionable, but I am going to basically take it and trade it. All right. And then we have a bullish service now, which is from the January 13th to January 26th, 9 years, and it's 80%. And as you can see, it is a 1 to 1.2. What is this one? This is a 1 to 1.3. Okay, so those are the two trades. Let's go to the trading view, and I put that on here already. Looking for the Euro Swissy, like I said, from the 12th, bearish, going down to the 26th, and all right, that's that one. You see it, as you see, and then service now is going long from the 13th to the 26th. Okay. Now I'm going to go over the two that I took, what was that, about 2 weeks ago? And that was the pound CAD, or the pound loonie, and then the stock trade bullish Caesar stone, CSTE. Right. The pound CAD was bearish, but CSTE was bullish. Now, I am going to basically say that I'm taking, this one is still in play all the way to the 14th, pretty much to the end of this week, but we're going to just take a look and see what is going on with it. The other thing that I wanted to actually add was I'm going to be looking to take a trade on using Seasonax data for Netflix. And Netflix is an 88% winner in this time frame, I believe, for the last 10 years, 9 years, for the last 9 years. And this is from Seasonax. So that's also a trade that I guess I should put on there. I'll do that off camera. But for right now, let's go take a look at the pound CAD. Okay, that's up from here. That is, I just passed it. All right, and there you go. I didn't close it, but look at that, a small gain of $17.39. So I picked it up over here, and that was an exit right there for a small gain. It lost it on the last day. It fell for a small gain, so that's nice. And the other one, I don't believe I picked that one up, and it actually did good, which is a bummer. But Caesar stone, right? I did not pick it up on the date that I was supposed to pick it up, but as you can see, it did very nicely. It went from 11 to now it's at 12, was that 11.37 to about 12.13 right now. So that one is doing well. It's up $1. It actually went up $1. Right? So that's pretty decent. And at the end of this week, that will be the closing point. But this one was definitely a winner. Okay? So let me see. Anything else? With the paper trading over here, as you can see, right now I'm down. And I blame that on Omicron. So I am going to basically continue to trade this year and see what I come out with at the end of this year using the Trademiner trades of the week. Alright, so with that, I will say knowledge is power, be power hungry, and power to the people. This is Parsival, signing out. One last thing, you should comment, like, and subscribe this video if you like the content. I'm going to keep churning out these videos just about every week, and please keep coming back and just checking out to see some of my calls. All right, signing out.